You get 3-month visa, and you just apply online. You have single entry, it's like 25 US. If you want to do multiple entry of those 3 months, it's $50. And so I just did 25, and within 4 days they approve it. And I've done that twice. When I went to Bangkok, I had to apply for another one to come back here. It takes about 4 days. It's super easy.
Can you tell about your first visit in Da Nang? So you apply for visa and you buy tickets. Can you tell about your booking hotel and then your first experience?
So I overthought the whole process, but I did the visa like a month ahead of time. I booked my flight at the same time because I think you have to give your flight details if I remember right.
Did you remember the price for ticket?
I flew business class on one of the A380s, so the larger aircraft. So I spent like $2,000 just one way, but you can get it for a lot cheaper. Long flight. It's like 18 hours the whole flight, so I wanted to be comfortable. But yeah, then I did the visa, I did the flight, I booked a hotel. I mistakenly booked it for a full month. And when I got there, the Wi-Fi can be very choppy in certain locations. So I haven't had good experience with the hotels as far as Wi-Fi goes. Luckily, there's good co-working spaces that have really great Wi-Fi. And that's how really when I got here, that was the first thing I needed to do is get in the co-working space. Once you do that, you get into the WhatsApp groups, and that's the big thing. Your experience here is really built around the WhatsApp groups. That's how you find out about everything about Da Nang. You find out about the rentals, and the rentals are so cheap, so much cheaper than what I paid with Airbnb. Like the $700 for the hotel, you can get it for half of that price.
So you apply for a visa, book a hotel for 1 month, and then arrive to Da Nang. Can you tell about your first experience when you in the airport?
The airport. The airport was everything was so quick. You get off the plane. I actually, because I was trying to make a YouTube video myself when I first got here, so I timed it from the second I stepped off the plane to the second I got to my hotel. So that means going through customs, getting my check bag, getting a Grab, which is like the Uber, and then getting to the hotel. And I did it all inside 30 minutes. It was super quick. And then when I recently went to Bangkok and came back, same process again. It was just super quick. Customs, easy. They don't verify anything. They don't check for your return flight or your flight out. They hand them your passport. They already know your visa. They already have it on file. Bam, super easy.
So you didn't show them your visa, just give passport.
The first time I did, I just had it ready, and then because I had it printed out. But when I came back from Bangkok, I just had the electronic version, had it on my phone, but they never asked for it. So I'm assuming they have it on file when they pull up.
Okay, let's back to your first visit. You pass that customs, and then how did you take taxi?
I looked up a lot of this stuff, so I knew about Grab. I already downloaded Grab. I also already had a SIM card. Or no, actually I didn't. I take that back. That's the one thing that I learned really quickly is when you get here, you do not have. I have a carrier from the U.S. So when I got here, I assumed I would have. I knew I had coverage, but it's not good enough, and it was a real struggle to get the Grab. So second time I did it, when I came back from Bangkok, I made sure I loaded a 10 gigabyte SIM card, eSIM. I paid like $20 or something like that for a month for 10 gigabytes. And the second I landed, it automatically turns on, and much easier that way. But the Grab, if you have service, the Grab it's just like Uber. It's just super quick.
Okay, so first your visit, you take not Grab, just ordinary taxi.
No, I did the Grab. I just had to connect to the airport Wi-Fi and then call it and then walk outside. And
Okay, so you visit your hotel for the first time. What was the experience like? It was nighttime, daytime?
Yeah, I got here at the nighttime. The flights out of LA don't get you here till like 9 p.m. I booked through Airbnb, like I said. It was just a little like boutique, whatever you call it, hotel. And it was cool for like a couple of days, but the Wi-Fi was terrible, and you got no kitchen. But honestly, I've eaten out every single day. I never cooked. I have yet to cook since I've been here anyways. The food is just that cheap.
Okay, so our viewers can imagine you came to hotel. First night you just rest, and second day, your first day in the city. What did you do? Like where did you go?
The first.
And can you tell your experience, like your feelings?
Yeah, the first day was exciting because I had just quit my job and I just finished a one-way flight out of the U.S. So there was a lot of excitement with that. The weather was beautiful. The beach was right here. I mean, the first thing I did was come to the beach and walk around this boardwalk that you see right here. It's was euphoric, I think. The traffic was intimidating. Crossing the street was intimidating. I know getting food was a little scary because I didn't know how to order. I didn't know how to speak Vietnamese. And where I was going, well, I didn't know that people spoke English as well as they do. So it was a little intimidating, but there was a big excitement factor. I don't remember what I had for my first meal though. I want to say it was a banh mi. I love sandwiches, and the banh mi sandwiches they're the best. So cheap, so good.
Okay, now tell me about your. How did you find about co-working space?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because you want to work like.
Yeah, the co-working, and that's how we linked up. Through Hannah's co-working. Yeah. I had researched this in every country I want to go to. Either co-working or co-living, and I follow them ahead of time on Instagram, and I just see how their feeds go for a month or two, to see what kind of things they're doing, to see how busy the co-working is and things like that.
Yeah. So can you about how did you first impression of Hannah's co-working? And Hannah for herself also.
I seen that the co-working was small, but it was close to where I was at the time. And then I seen that they do all these different activities. So Hannah does a lot more than the co-working. When I got here, they were doing these beach meetups. They were doing nights where they go out to dinner, and she really tries to gather people together and teach them about the city she lives. So it was more than just a co-working space. So that's how I had found out about it. I recommend it to everyone who comes here to check her out because. I mean, we've been bowling. We have bowling nights. Plenty of restaurants. She did a barbecue last night. Yeah. So there's a lot of different stuff like that. Just community involvement. So it's really cool.
And I also have an interview with her in my channel. You can check.
Yeah. So she runs it really well, and there's a really nice story behind it, having to do with her family and her dad, and why she works 7 days a week to try to do this and bring people together to form this community. It's really inspiring. So it's a really good spot, and I watched this over a couple months, and that's why I stuck with it when I got here.
We talked before with you about Hannah, and we decided that she's like a very good girl, like a very wifey girl.
Yeah.
So when you start talking with her, you realize it's like quickly.
Yeah. Well, and you realize that she's for sure very a deep-rooted Vietnamese woman, and but she is what Vietnam is. Like she is what Vietnamese people are. So the first experience with her, how friendly she was, that set the tone. And every person I've ever met since has been exactly the same. The Vietnamese people, they're beautiful people, so friendly. The first thing for sure, just book 3 days, 4 days hotel. Mm-hmm. Don't commit to a long stay before you get here. So Airbnb is easy. They charge a lot more, but just do a couple days. I wish I would have done that, and then got into the Facebook groups and started going and looking at places and doing the 2-month contract, whatever you want to do. So you get it a lot cheaper. I would have also explored more the area. I didn't really know much about Da Nang other than this area until I met Luna, because she showed me other parts of Da Nang that are more authentic and things are a lot cheaper there. So the apartments are cheaper. Things are different than my key area. So I would have tried to expose myself to the different parts of this area than my key when I first got here.
Very good. And then give us 5
things I would have done differently.
Yeah.
I don't know of any
3 more.
others. I mean,
First, book hotel. Second, explore other places.
Yeah, I think like I would have traveled more. Like everything is very cheap to fly anywhere. So Da Nang's great, but I should have rented a scooter or motorbike and seen a little bit more, especially like go down to Hoi An. It's only like 30 minutes. I have done that now, but I didn't do it when I first got here. Going up to Hue, taking a motorbike up to the Hai Van Pass. Again, I did do it, but I didn't do it right away. I would have spent more time traveling around the region and seeing that right away, and even trying to find a place I really liked and maybe find a cheaper apartment doing that. So that seeing the area, but also traveling in Vietnam more. Like I didn't have to be in Da Nang for 3 months. You know, I could have taken a weekend trip to Hanoi. It's very easy, very quick. Even going to Lady Buddha. Lady Buddha's right over here. I didn't do that until this last weekend. So experiencing a little bit more, I would have changed that. Another thing I would have changed is getting into like a routine right out the gate. You know, joining a gym and just adjusting quicker. Like it took me a while to really adjust. It took me a month, 2 months to really kind of feel more in rhythm out here. But I wish I would have from the get-go just put myself out there and got into the different fitness communities, got into the different groups for meetups and things like that. Been a little bit more proactive about it. And then the fifth one, I don't know. I think I don't know. I mean, I think for the most part, that's really it that I would have done differently. Everything else just flowed pretty easily. I probably would have tried to do a little bit more Vietnamese cultural stuff. Like I did a lot of the restaurants that felt normal. You know, I went to the bars that felt normal, like where people speak English, things like that. And that got boring really quickly. Yeah,
you're right.
So I would have avoided that, I think.
And even now we're sitting in the same place.
Yeah, and I come here a lot. But
it's good place.
I think it's now become the beach and stuff like that. But I'm now a little bit more well versed on the community out here in Da Nang, and so now I'm okay with being here. But in the beginning, I wish I would have done a little bit more. You would have learned a lot quicker. You would have found cheaper places. Things would have been, I think, a little bit easier as far as figuring out the city. I would have enjoyed the first 2 months more if I would have learned a bit about it earlier.